As you may or may not already know, a little organization called Facebook announced that they're going public, filing their S-1 yesterday afternoon. An S-1, for those at home, is basically just a dorky document. It's about 50 different pages laying out their business model, laying out their core concepts. Nesta and I went through it to discover 3 different ways Facebook is exploiting you, the user, ways that you may not have thought of before. Nesta, what struck you from the document?
Well, the main thing was so we know a little bit more information about their business. We know what they did in terms of sales and profits most recently. So the main thing that jumps out to me is that they made about $4.50 per those 850 million users that we know. If this thing goes to market at prices that people are expecting, they will get $120 per user. They made $4.50. They will get $120. So your little Facebook account is pretty valuable to Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, there is no free lunch, and so you're already giving them $4 in revenue. They're selling it that way. Here's how it's going to change for you after they go public. You and I know they have to increase that number. Facebook's going to run out of people they can add to it simply by the function of the fact they're going to run out of human beings that can open Facebook accounts. But the user experience is going to have to change. They need to get more ad dollars out of every user. That's going to come in the form of not just selling your information, what you like and dislike, but aggregating that information using a whole network. Every time you click like, that goes out to your whole network. This is what you like. You, in effect, become a sponsor for it. You're doing free advertising. It's like having Air Jordans if they didn't give Jordan any money for it. That's what you become every time you click like.
And this is what I call the yellow pages effect. The more pages that they have, and not individual users, but brands and businesses that are on there, the more that the Facebook experience becomes like the darn yellow pages. And that's not so fun. Now, last I checked, they give those away for free, and people just, leave them in the end of their driveway.
And as it turns out, they've been doing that all along to us, but just in ways that were only laid out for us yesterday afternoon. The difference being that now that they're public, more so. They've got to do this quarterly. The mission 1 for Facebook may have been the user experience yesterday, but now it's got to be getting more ad dollars out of every single user. The last thing that struck me out of this, and this was kind of interesting, and it's a little circular, but we're talking about Facebook right now. They're going public. They don't need the cash. They've got plenty of cash. They may or may not have to go because of the number of investors, but what this IPO does for them primarily, ton of PR. Free PR. They're leading off every single newspaper in the country, every single news show. This is a PR opportunity for them. That's the way they're going to grow users. Whether or not you make money off the shares, it's almost incidental. Facebook for sure makes money off this simply because we're talking about it now and will be every week or so for the next 90 days.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, it is just omnipotent in terms of it being there. But it already was in many ways, just to their sheer size with that many users alone. So it is going to be unique no matter what happens when it finally comes to market in a few months from now. It will be an historic event. And the comparisons will obviously be made to other technology companies like Google. The point there is that Google got off to a really sloppy, slow start. We forget where it is today. There's a big difference in terms of your first debut in the market and coming public and where you ultimately end up. There's a lot of proving to be done for this company with all those users that makes just, and I use the term loosely, just $1 billion in profit.
Another difference is that Google's model was explicitly selling ads using that information. This one's a little more insidious. This invites you to be a little club, and then it sells the opportunity for you to be there. It's interesting, folks. We'll keep our eye on it for you. But as I said before, there is no free lunch. Facebook is charging you for the meal in ways that maybe you don't understand or aren't initially apparent. Why don't you let us know what you think down below, or send us a tweet just to stick it to the Facebook man.